Welcome everybody, and today, yes we are looking at the Traxxas X-Maxx 8S version. This is the rock and roll style body, and yeah, this is kind of swallowing my pride a little bit. Alright, so here's the backstory real quick. If you want to skip this, I will put a little time right here so you can skip this little intro part. But so I've been seeing quite a bit of X-Maxxes as of late, like in person out at the bash spot I bash at, and I've been quite impressed with them, way more impressed than I was with the one that I had on my channel before. And I've been talking to my wife about it quite a bit, like, you know, maybe I should get an X-Maxx again. Like, I'm really thinking about it. And she just kind of played it coy. Yeah, you know, maybe, you know, in a little bit, once we get a couple of your RCs reviewed and you have a chance to sell them. And then literally the other day, I get a ring at my doorbell, and it's a guy holding this gigantic box. And I had no idea what it was. And when I opened it, it was this X-Maxx. And I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty much the luckiest guy in the world when it comes to how cool my wife is about my RC addiction, I guess you could call it. So let's jump into this. So just going over a couple stats with this thing. This is the Traxxas 8S X-Maxx. Like I said, it's a 1/5 scale 4-wheel drive monster truck. As torque, bias, center drive. Not exactly sure what that means, but we'll figure it out. And it is said to be able to do 50+ mile an hour out of the box. Now, I'll have to see, you know, how accurate that is. I'm not going to do a true speed test on this, but it does come with some optional gearing and the little baggie down there that we'll go through in a second. It weighs 19 pounds dry, well, a little bit over, according to what I could find on the internet. And it has the TSM, or Traxxas Stability Management, and self-riding features. It's got the Valenion 1200 XL 4-pole 1250 kV brushless motor and 8S capable ESC. I couldn't get an amp reading on that, but it does have the VLX 8S capable ESC. Now this thing has a 365 ounce-inch torque large scale servo. It comes in at 31 inches long, 21 inches wide, and 13 inches tall, and the tires run 8 inches tall and 4 inches wide. Now this thing does run 24mm hex on the inner hub while having the 17mm wheel nuts. I mean, it comes with the body savers on it, which is super cool. I'm still not sold on this clip thing that they came up with. The bodies do tend to just pop off instead of completely disintegrating, which is a nice feature, but they do pop off relatively easy from my experience. But like I said in the beginning, I just had to get another one of these trucks, and thank you my beautiful wife for just surprising me with this thing, because I was absolutely blown away when this showed up. Like, you guys don't understand. I've been talking about it, and sorry Francisco, I know you and I were talking about me possibly buying yours, but I had no idea this was on the way. It's got the nice wheelie bar down here. It does have full CVDs, front and rear. It's independent front and rear. And let's go over the boring stuff real quick. So it comes with the TQI transmitter, pretty much standard stuff. It's got the multifunction, which controls your Traxxas Stability Management. It comes set at 50%. I'm gonna play with that a little bit, but mostly I just run that turned off. You get your steering trim right there. You have a 50-50 or 70-30 switch. These transmitters, while Traxxas has had them for quite a while, they're actually pretty good. And I think the set button up here is the button for your self-riding feature. Most people will tell you not to use that because you'll destroy your diffs. But if you can't use something that they, you know, designed the RC to do, I really don't understand that. So I'm gonna actually, at the risk of ruining my diffs or whatever, I will be using that. But these transmitters, I've always liked them, and they run on 4AA's. They're simple, and they have a whole menu option system if you read the manual for it too. So while being long in the tooth, I think, because Traxxas has had this for quite a bit, I still think these are decent ready to runs. All right, a little bit more of the boring stuff. You get a sticker sheet in here. You get several parts and tools, and you do get brochures and owner manuals and everything in here. So you get, they do send quite a bit of stuff with this truck. And these are not supposed to be in here, but I'll show you why. Like I said, I did a couple upgrades to this thing already. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys those upgrades in a second, but I wanted to go through this stuff first. But Traxxas has really, really good owner's manuals. Everybody who's ever owned a Traxxas knows that. So, I mean, they break everything down, very, very good. And, you know, Traxxas, it's easy to get parts for Traxxas rigs and all that stuff. So, you know, there's the optional spur gear right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It is steel, by the way. Here's your 17 millimeter wheel nut wrench right here. A couple of Allen key wrenches in there. You know, just the standard stuff. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and pull the body off. This body is absolutely excellent. And this is kind of a funny story. So I was looking at the X-Maxx online, and my wife walked past the computer and she's like, wow, that's pretty. And that was the one she got me. Was the one I was actually looking at. Kind of swallowing my pride with this one because I have 3 videos talking about how the Traxxas X-Maxx sucks from my first experience with the X-Maxx. But I'm telling you guys, seeing those other ones in person the last couple of weeks I've been out, like, there was definitely something wrong with the one I had. Like, even though somebody checked it out and kind of drove it around the parking lot and stuff, like, there was definitely something wrong with it. So I just had to get it again. I was actually thinking about getting a 8S Creighton possibly, but I just couldn't shake the X-Maxx for some reason and just kept talking to my wife about it, and she got me one. I'm sorry guys, I'm just so blown away. All right, let's get this body off. This body looks awesome. Hopefully I can keep it intact long enough to maybe get a cage and stuff for it. I am gonna Gorilla Tape it, hopefully before I take it out. But yeah, so this body is absolutely killer looking. I love the look of this. Alrighty everybody, so as you can see, I'm running Traxxas to XT90 converters, and look at that. I already did the strap upgrade. I kind of made it up myself. I just took some straps I had that I got with my Awanfi batteries, and I self-tap screwed them to both sides, and I cut them to the length I wanted, and then I put pieces of foam in here so there's no way that that the screws, even though they're flat pan head screws, can damage my lipos. And that still gives me a huge, you know, battery tray area to put some big packs in here. Now another thing I did get, but I haven't installed yet, is some gearing options. I got plastic spurs just so I can figure out which gearing I like the best. Like, whatever I go with, you know, I'll gear it up if I feel like I need to, and then once I find the sweet spot, I'll get hardened steel gears to go in here. But I figured, just to start out so I'm not throwing money away, I'm gonna go ahead and use plastic spurs. And this does run a 5mm shaft off the motor, so that makes pinion gears easy and interchangeable, because that's pretty much 1/8 scale. So you can get the pinion gears super cheap and they're readily available. So that's actually a nice touch that Traxxas did for us. But I'm excited. I am super excited from seeing the beating that a couple of those guys have put on these trucks with very minor breakages. And I'm hoping that I have a much better experience this time. And I'm sure I'm going to, because from what I've seen in person, the last couple times I've seen an X-Maxx out there, the 8S version, I have been blown away, literally blown away by the power and everything. And the guys have told me they're 100% stock. So I can't wait to get out and test this thing. All right, everybody, so just a quick recap. I did get the body Gorilla taped. I do have a RPM cage on the way, so hopefully I don't destroy this body before that gets in. But I did the strap upgrade like I showed previously, and I did do the RPM hinge pin upgrade down in here. You probably can't see it, but I did do that. I'm running 8S. I'm just going to go 8S. I'm not even going to bother with 6S. And it's all stock gearing and everything right now. So, yep, we're going to try out this 8S X-Maxx once again. And I think we're going to do pretty good. I got a couple buddies out here, so we're all going to be playing. All right, everybody, we got a Rustler VXL. We got the 6S upgraded version of the X-Maxx, and then I got my rock and roll 8S X-Maxx. Let's do this. Oh. I'm running 50% multifunction right now, or Traxxas stability control. Like I said, I'm on 8S. Let's see how it goes. Gabe almost got my ankles. Woo! Tumble. I'm running two Awamfi 5000 milliamp hour 60C discharge or as lipos. And Gabe's already going crazy with his. A hole there.
Yeah. How's it handle?
The handle's good. Woo.
Pretty hard, huh?
Woo! Yes, dance moves. That's what I'm talking about. And I totally wonder why he has... Yes, dude, he got it. He's gone through like 20 diffs, and I can't imagine why. Just beyond me. The Rustler. Those things are fun. So much going on out here. I don't know, maybe. Gotta turn the
One way to find out.
Yeah, give it a shot. Multifunction off. Nope.
Nice. Nice landing there.
I need to gear it up.
What's the stock gearing on it?
Don't ask me, man. You're the X-Maxx expert.
The X-Maxx. Nice.
Comes down like a ton of bricks, man. Alright, so I got the multifunction turned off now. See if it's any different. It just eats everything, dude.
That thing has got, like, I'm convinced my ESC is crap. That thing handles so much Oh, man. Oh! My one does it, does it? Oh God! Oh God! Look! All right, all right, all right. I'll pick you up. Dang, you got so much hair, dude.
your X-Maxx so far?
I like it. I like it. Needs a little gearing, but I like it. Dude, it's awesome having two of them out here. Woo!
Ooh, it's loose in there now. You guys loosened it all up. Your TSM off?
No, I turned it off. Yeah, I turned my stability control off. It still does the tail whip thing though. See if I can land this thing. I used to use this jump a while back.
Oh, nice.
Now that I have something that can mob through all this junk over here.
Nice.
Nosed it. God, I wish that guy would have built what I asked him to. And try and clear that bowl, man.
It looks like that thing's got gobs of power compared to the stock 6S.
Yeah, it's just geared really low. I think once I start playing with the gearing, this thing will just liven up, dude. Definitely. Because I can feel how much power's in there. It just, the gearing won't let you use all of it.
Let me see what the stock gearing is.
Ooh.
Looks like it.
All right, let's do a little check here, see if anything's warm, hot. Alrighty, so batteries are cold, nice and cold. ESC is a little bit warm, maybe 90 degrees, according to the Fango meter. Motor's not even warm at all. So yeah, this thing's geared nice and low. So once I start playing with that gearing, we can get this thing easy to do a
I
backflip.
want to say it's like a 15 is the stock on that, but I can't find it on.
Yeah, I couldn't find the stock gearing anywhere either.
Let's see. Hold on, leave your body out for a sec.
It's a little bit of dust rubbing. See how long these 5,000 milliamp hour packs are going pretty hard. And it's still got plenty of power, it seems like.
You bring extra batteries?
No, I only got the 2 4S packs. I could have brought 3S packs, but let it eat. Woo!
Oh, nice save.
That was not stability control, that was Gary control. God, that silver clutch sounds so rough. I got a streamer, something clicking. Alright, we're gonna go do a damage / maintenance report and we'll be right back.